another custom set review. I am here joined by Caliber and Simon, and we have Kajalar here, the creator of the set we're going to be reviewing, which is Custom Core 2018. We're going to start with the mythics, go through the rares, and we'll go through a few choice uncommons, just like previous reviews.
Uncommons and commons.
Okay, uncommons and commons, sure. We're going to be talking in relation to the Custommagic Discord's custom standard format, which you guys can join in the link below. Okay, let's start off in white and mythic. We have Hero of Blade Holes. There's 2 white for a creature, human knight. Has battle cry, and whenever Hero of Blade Hole attacks, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, and it's a 3/4. So this is a reprint.
Point out that we have Revolutionary Hero in the format, and now we have Revolutionary Hero. 8 Herald deck.
Oh god. I mean, we were talking about red-white mid-range, right?
Sure, yes.
Or red-white tokens. Yeah, this seems... Like, this card... I don't remember if this card saw a lot of play when it was in the format. Like, because it's a reprint, right?
Huge staple. Right.
It's a cube
If it
staple?
didn't see a lot of play when it was printed, it was because the environment was warped to hell. I believe it did.
Well, because it appeared in... like Mirrodin Besieged or Scars of Mirrodin. No, Mirrodin Besieged, right? So that would have been, yeah. I guess it doesn't really play up against like Batterskull and stuff super well.
Still just super value card.
Yes. Okay, good, powerful cards. You can see playing a few different decks. We have Zhu in the chat as well. Hello, Zhu. So we have our first Planeswalker. When you guys want to read it?
Vayne, Will of Law. 2 white for a 4 loyalty planeswalker. +1. Untap up to 1 target creature you control. It gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until your next turn. Then 0. Create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. And -3 until your next turn. Spells your opponent cast cost 3 more to cast.
Oof. Okay, so let's just look at the 0, right? The 0 is Gideon. The 0 is Battle for Zendikar Gideon.
So
it also has an ult that you can play immediately.
Making a 2/2 a turn costs about 4 mana. I'm going to, but the +1 first strike until your next turn is super relevant.
Yeah, well, as in it basically it has 2 defensive abilities, right? And that's really good.
With a -3, such a tempo game.
Yes.
Against, for instance, control.
And you can just say -3. Now you can't counter my stuff this turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
or at least
the weird thing is that like this often doesn't matter what loyalty it's on, like, because as in basically if you're not under a ton of pressure, you -3 immediately, get a huge amount of tempo, and your opponent is unlikely to be able to kill Vayne, and then you can just stay at have it stay at 1 loyalty and make 2/2s all the time. This card's real
a lot
good.
of board control that can also help you again. Like, I think this is just a mid-range all-star.
Yeah.
And I think that's its only home. Maybe control? I doubt it, but I can see. I think it's just a solid mid-range 4-drop.
For instance, in control, you might play it the turn before a Wrath. You make you 0, and then if they kill it, you've gained some life. If they don't, you've got Vayne full. Then you Wrath and -3. Your opponent can't recover.
Oof.
I'm also thinking, like, there might be good black-white dirty work deck Planeswalker, this is a creature engine.
Hmm. I'm not
And
sure.
like
I'm not.
Lana
I'm not convinced. Dirty Work's good anymore. But let's move on.
Alana Rain, 2 blue, 4 loyalty, +1, draw a card, -3, gain control of target artifact or creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. -7, exile the top 10 cards of target opponent's library. You may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs.
That -3 though.
That
very
-3.
powerful
Oh boy.
So it's a draw engine at worst, which isn't amazing for playing, but it's super versatile.
Well, I mean, if it's a draw engine off, if it's a control magic that then is a draw engine, that seems great.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I don't think the card is broken. I think I think it's.
this card
like,
makes
it's
me happy.
-3, it leaves it at 1 loyalty. Yeah, I really like this as a way to help out blue-based control decks, which have been hurting a lot.
It's a lot like Evis.
Yes.
Except instead of buffing your board, it just draws cards.
Well, yeah, it's an
And
it's a more controlling Evis, right? Because
Yeah, it's like Evis is more of a tempo card.
Mhm. I think this is still really good in mid-range and perhaps in tempo too.
I'm just like Hero Bladehold. I thought this would be Scar's standard, but this is not Chase, so I'm just happy.
Seize tomorrow. 3 blue. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile Seize tomorrow.
Sure
Okay.
is a 5 mana extra turn spell.
Yeah. What? So wait.
Huh?
Does Time Warp not exile itself? Am I forgetting?
Time
It
Warp
does
does
not.
not. And
Oh, okay. So it's just
I
fixed
know
Time Warp. Sure.
the
Okay.
designer did not want Time Warp to, or Seize Tomorrow to loop.
Yep. No.
Anyway,
I am perfectly happy with this. Then this is just a card that probably won't see play, but it's a good thing to play around with, and it's good for custom EDH and stuff.
Eternal. And custom Eternal.
And Eternal, taking turns will happen because Custommagic loves extra turn.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, Wizard's Prince won every block anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Sorin, Lord of Vengeance. 3 black, legendary planeswalker Sorin. +2, Sorin deals 2 damage to target creature or player and you gain 2 life. -2, create a 2/2 black vampire creature token with flying and lifelink. Or -8, target opponent discards his or her hand, put up to 4 creature and or planeswalker cards from that player's graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Starting loyalty 4.
So that -8 is not
Brutal.
flavor text. So
No.
He has a +2 and starts with 4 loyalty.
Yep.
It's 3 turns.
If he
And
lives
his
for 4
+2 is removal.
Well, the +2
Yep.
also gives
Plus
you
he
life.
does
It's
protect
stabilize.
himself.
Like,
His token has flying, by the way, and lifelink.
And lifelink, which, stabilize more.
Like mid-range control start.
Yeah.
well,
I
because
think it's pretty vulnerable in control, actually.
yes, I think this is more a mid-range.
Mhm.
Well, but yeah, because like this card is so good against aggro. You just a lot of the time you're like, okay, gain 2 life, kill one of your guys.
Yep.
This has 6 loyalty.
I don't play a lot of control, so but yeah, against in mid-range. Do you know what I love about this the most? Actually, this is a life gain in non-white. That's one thing mid-range has been hurting for itself. Like
Yep.
this can just heal yourself.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like a lot
but,
of
like, in
times you would
control,
try and
it's-
stabilize with, Grave Debt Demon, and your opponent would just be like, okay, I'll just overrun you and kill you, and it's like, okay, Grave Debt Demon didn't help me there.
Yeah.
Like aggro has reach with incendiary weapon. This fights against that reach really nicely.
Yep.
This, if you just play it in straight up control, then it's a shock that gains you 2 life, and if you're at low life, that's all. If you're at higher life, it gains you an additional 6 life because they attack it.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I see why it's not amazing in control, but there is another black mythic we should talk about. That's also Sexy Vampire.
Hmm.
I'm ready.
Vampiric Confidant, 2 and a black for a 2/2 Vampire Advisor. Whenever Vampiric Confidant or another creature you control dies, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. you lose life equal to its CMC. So, aristocrats aggro,
Oof.
or
So-
sorry, aristocrats and aggro.
This is aristocrats, Bob. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, yeah. It bobs for cards whenever any of your things die. Doesn't say non-token.
Oh, jeez. Yup.
Like I think aggro might run this as another Ruzone Azuri.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. It's a
Even though it's a 2/2.
It's not as
draw
aggressive.
cards.
It's not
it
as
does things when
aggressive.
it dies, so it's less risky than Roost.
Yeah, this is far nicer for slower. For slower
Yeah.
decks because like Ruzone Zero, you really need to be attacking.
Well, like black-red aggro is really just a fast mid-range deck that runs things like Dream Spark and Dead Aim.
Hmm.
So this is really nice. I think it will just give it a lot of reach. And one thing I would like to point out, Phyrexian Rager, 2/2 for 3, ETB, draw card, lose 1 life, is an almost viable aggro card.
We've had that.
whenever sort of like
We've
a
had that
continuous
card
standard.
in the format for forever, right?
I'm not saying it's good right now, but I'm
Yeah.
saying its floor is often just a Phyrexian Rager that
But-
triggers on death.
Yes, yes. I'm just want to note that we have had a Dreamwalk Phyrexian Rager in the format for like forever,
Yes.
and I don't think
Yes.
anyone's ever played it.
So I will say this is
Literally Rager.
I am a bit apprehensive about this in Aristocrats because
You're losing a lot of life.
yeah, it loses you a lot of life, and
So,
you like card
in
advantage isn't
Aristocrats,
a
you can
big
sack
issue.
it.
Only. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
like, and I think you don't run this in Aristocrats list with 4-drops, but I think they're like preliminary lists that mean other people that already top out at 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
just-
it means instead of 4-drops, you draw cards.
Yeah, you just have to be careful if you don't if you don't have a sack outlet out. Your opponent can potentially be like board sweep, you die.
Yeah,
Like-
tyrannic brutality. And
Whoops.
You lose your board and your life total. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Red Planeswalker, though.
Yep. This is Koth, Fury of Kuldotha. It's 4 red, legendary planeswalker Koth. +1, untap target mountain you control. It becomes a 4/4 red elemental creature with haste. It's still land. This effect lasts indefinitely. -3, Koth, Fury of Kuldotha deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. And then -9, search your library for any number of mountain cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Koth deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of mountains you control. Okay, so let's just
This
be
is pretty
real
cool.
here. That the -9 just is opponent dies.
Yes, yes. You like if you're running mono mountains, then you
Yeah,
straight up would die under any circumstances. Under other circumstances, you're playing like 10, 9 mountains,
yes.
and this will still mostly kill the opponent.
Okay, is this better than... How does this compare to Chandra? The 6-mana Chandra that we... Yeah. I mean, this can kill something bigger than Chandra. Chandra can't deal with like 5/5s and stuff.
This is true. The Chandra draws you the removal that can.
Yes.
So I don't think this exists with Chandra. I do think... Is there space for Big Red?
Well, we have campfire
rares.
rares. I mean,
We have Campfire, we have Incendiary Revel, which is good in
Man.
Big Red deck.
well, yeah, I think Incendiary Revel gets under. Yeah. I have really. I've killed a lot of people with Incendiary Revel, like last league.
Like, oh no, I think Koth, either when Chandra rotates, could be real, or just in a special ramp deck. Not special, I meant like unique ramp deck. This could fill the hole. I like it as a tool in the format, although I don't think it will be a force, which I appreciate out of a wand.
Yep. Okay, so let's move on. One of you guys want to read this out?
Alright. Wild Imagination, 2 red. Sorcery. Reveal your hand to all players. Target opponent chooses a non-land card from your hand. Cast that card without playing it without paying its mana cost.
So-
Jank.
No, you gotta live the dream. You you are at Heckbent. You have 2 cards left, as in. Sorry, not Heckbent. Yeah, you have 2 cards left. You play it, and they force you to play the other one. It'd be amazing.
This is not show and tell.
This card's bad.
Okay. This card's actually good. Awakened Earth. 4 generic and 4 green symbols for an 8/8 elemental. When you cast, not ETB, cast Awakened Earth, you may sacrifice up to 2 lands. For each land sacrificed this way, create a token that is a copy of Awakened Earth. Trample, and tap, add 4 green to your mana pool.
When are you not sacking the lands? Yeah.
You just are.
Yeah, like, as in,
So
it's
what-
obviously, it's a cast trigger so that it can't be broken with Reanimator, which I like.
Yeah. But also, like, in a straight ramp deck, protection from counter spells is super relevant.
Yes.
Yes. And if this guy was legendary, his name would be Timmy. I'm just going to admit that.
This card... 8 is so much. We've had some really good 8 drops in the past. I think we want our targets to be 7. Don't think this quite gets there.
I think,
like even with Campfire, 8 is so much.
it's a 16/16, even when countered.
Yes. Like, as in, if you cast it, you're getting, you're getting 24 power, like, trample, right?
In the game.
Trample power. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're winning that game.
I think as an I win button, ramp doesn't actually have that at the moment, and this is that.
No, it doesn't win against board wipes, but basically anything else.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
now one of my favorite cards, because it's a recreation of one of my planeswalkers, so I'm happy. This is Yema, Spirited Wanderer. This is 1 green, legendary planeswalker Yema. If +1, if you control a creature named Zola, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Otherwise, create a legendary 2/2 green wolf creature token named Zola. Okay? -1, untap target creature. It must block this turn if able. -6, put 6 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It deals damage equal to its power divided among up to 6 target creatures you don't control. Okay, so...
There's a typo.
Oh?
so,
It deals damage equal to its power 2 divided.
one issue
yes,
with
sure.
non-white mid-range decks, is
Yes.
that there aren't enough good 3-drops. This fixes that.
Yay, good. Oh my god, I've wanted a good green 3-drop forever. Like, the fact that, like,
Yeah.
I was playing, like, the Sasquatch at stages is like, ugh. Yuck.
Hey, Flavor Squatch is completely mediocre. Don't insult him. But yeah, Spirited Wanderer, we're losing Yema and getting less format warping Yema.
Yeah, so
But
we can
more
just
curve filling Yema.
we can just be clear. This is not as powerful as the 4-drop Yama.
And it shouldn't be.
Yeah. As much as
It was a good role in the format.
Yep. Okay.
Can we skip the soul cycle?
So, like, the whole soul cycle, it's not worth it as reanimator targets, not worth it as ramp targets. They're cool and limited, and I think that's all we need to say.
Okay. Well, this is a allied color cycle. I mean, Soul of Janata having lifelink, is that the only one I could see potentially being good?
Sonata, I think, is the only one that's worth considering.
And what's Soul of
It is a big
Castus?
lifelinker. It's also 6 mana with no ETB.
Yeah, okay. I mean, is Soul of Castus? Soul of Castus probably isn't good enough.
No.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, anyway.
Its abilities cost 7.
Basically, Soul of Janata is the only one I think is potentially good enough. But that's mainly because of lifelink. But I think the rest, yeah, I think we can safely ignore them. Okay, let's move on to the rares. We have Angelic Vindicator.
Angelic Vindicator. 5 white, creature angel, 5/5, Flying Flash. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target attacking or blocking creature.
And it's a 5/5.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
It
so
is 7 mana. Even though it's a removal and a win con, it's not good enough, generally speaking.
I don't
yeah.
like that says attacking or blocking for control deck.
Well, I mean, yeah, isn't this kind of great? If they attack you with 2 creatures, you flash this in, exile one of them, block the other.
It's 7 mana.
It's 7 mana. It's
I mean, if there's a white control deck, yeah,
I don't
maybe.
even think the white control deck wants this.
Well, I mean, because now we
I
should
think
have
it's
more board wipes.
blue.
We've got the 4-drop. We've got the 4-drop Planeswalker. I don't know. If it gets too fair, okay.
I could theoretically see it in a non-black control deck.
Yeah, like if we have like a white-blue control deck, they're often looking for like that kind of removal.
Okay. I guess I could see it in white-blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too biased towards black control decks right
Yeah,
now.
I think
So-
if you're not playing black, I think Angelic
You don't
King's
have
a
any
good potential.
removal.
Yeah, so I think this becomes a lot crazier because you're like remove your huge guy and block your medium guy, and I think that, and then start winning the game by attacking them in for 5 in the air. Like I think that is a powerful play that may end up being worth the 7 mana if you can start stabilizing earlier with things like the new Planeswalker, etc. It's a tool to keep in mind. Bastion of Light, 2 white, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and first strike, and enchanted creature is indestructible as long as you control another creature.
Has indestructible.
Is indestructible.
minor templating error.
template.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, sure.
Mirror wording.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't think it's practical.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just the auras are not good enough. I mean,
I don't even think a mid-range list could run this.
Yep.
Or a zoo list. I like the design, just not for constructed.
okay.
Final verdict is just 3 white, sorcery speed, destroy all creatures. Bread and butter rare, that's not going to be standard card. Both of
Yep.
there's better options.
I
and
think if the format rotates
Five.
into a position where we're running out of Wraths, this gets a looked at, but I doubt it's ever a mainstay.
Now, what do we have that's strictly better than this?
Empty Night.
Empty
Empty
Night.
Night. So, what if you want to use Planeswalker as a win con?
No, it's not strictly better.
What I mean, if you're black, you can use Trail Sickness. If you're white, you can use the other board wipe from Jananda. If you're, it's not strictly, it's like 6 mana and triple white, I think. There's.
Oh, and then there's Blaze and Malstrix. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Blaze
like,
Malstrix
I think,
for
yeah,
sure.
I doubt this sees widespread play. I would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 of, like,
It's
in some
nice to
decks.
have, in case we like, it fills a potential hole. It's
Yeah.
just there's not a hole at the moment.
The hole that I see is if you want Planeswalkers as a win con, so you're not running him.
Sure.
Run the
Or
Jananda wipe.
after Lorado rotates. Yeah.
Again, you're not a board wipe.
Yeah. Okay, Knight Exemplar, 1 white, creature human knight, has first strike, and other knights creatures you control have +1/+1 and indestructible.
So this actually scares me.
This card was real good last. Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
with
there aren't
Hollow.
a lot of knights with standard, but if Hollows and CC18 are in at the same time, the set prints at least 1 good knight at rare. That's playable on its own.
yep.
Like, I think it's just a good value creature. I think it's completely fair because it has 2 toughness and it doesn't give itself indestructible. But it's
Yes.
something to keep in mind.
Do note
It's
that
just-
2 of them, if you play 2 of them, your opponent is sad.
Luckily, like Empty Night Exiles,
Yes.
Magma Spray, which is in the set, Exiles.
Yeah.
So does Pillar of Flame.
In hollows. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay.
So I think we can move on to Nyala, Guide of Lost Souls. 3 white for a 2/3 lifelink. Whenever another non-spirit creature you control dies, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. 2 and a white, tap. Sacrifice 3 spirit creatures you control. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Aristocrats would have to be quite slow to play this.
It's the fact that it's 5 mana, ooh, and it's only a 2/3 lifelink. Yeah. I think this could see play if, like, we had some sack outlet that meant we could, that we very quickly get non-spirits, that we could sacrifice non-spirits instantly. Like, because the good thing about this is it doesn't say non-token, it says non-spirit. So propagating slime, you get 3 spirits from it, etc.
We do have Chupacabra.
Yes. So,
I think it's really
it's
like
a touch clunky.
It's not win more, but it's like it only helps aristocrats if their game plan is already working,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
not a blood artist.
Right.
Oh wait, your
think
own
it's
Banshee
just
is a spirit, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes.
Banshees
Okay.
are spirits.
Okay.
All
So
right. Runeblade Knight. White. 2/2 creature human knight. As it enters the battlefield, choose a card name. You and other permanents you control have protection from the chosen name.
oh wow, the fact that it's you and other so you can just like
You and
so you
other permanents.
this
So
is
if you name
this is removal.
Hush,
Like
this.
Like it itself doesn't have protection.
Right.
from
yes.
that,
So
but
it is
everything else does.
yeah. So this acts quite a bit like the like mini Banisher Priest that we had in Dreamscape. I suspect. So, like when
Mage.
Repressor Mage. Like when you're playing this early, this acts a lot like Repressor Mage. But the thing is, it plays a lot better late game against big threats.
Like this, if you can protect this in a like blue-white tempo,
Well, I
deck,
mean,
you can shut down a control.
When you go Runeblade Knights into Knight Exemplar, that's a disgusting curve.
Oh, sure. But I'm thinking you name like just blue-white tempo, right? You name in a control matchup, you name Kakrako and hold up counter spell. They're done. I think it's a main boardable card, like aggro. You just shut down one of their creatures, and they're going to have a hard time removing this if you don't want them to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in a lot of cases where this is good, you could just play like Consulate Conditioning or whatever.
But it's 2 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely
and it's a bear. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Hate Bears is losing some non-important pieces with Dreamscape. Essential, non-essential, I'm going to say.
I mean,
But Runeblade Knight slots into that nicely.
Yes. So does the next card.
okay, Saintly Purifier. When 1 and a white. When Saintly Purifier enters the battlefield, exile all cards from all graveyards. It's a 2/2.
I like that it's global.
Yes.
I just appreciate that.
Man, where was this when we had
I think-
Tamavor?
I think it's going to be like... So we don't have Termivore, but we still have Fungal Hollow. We still...
Yeah.
Like, there are... what is it? Cursed by the Veil. Hellion Revival.
We still
Still
have
in
all. We still have all the reanimation potentially in Hollows if Hollows rotates in.
But this and Hollows would be 2 rotations. I think
Yes,
we shouldn't be worrying about Hollows right now. In this review, but yeah, it's just a bear. Hate Bears might mainboard it, but it's going to be a white sideboard mainstay, I think.
Yep, I agree.
Like, outside of aggro decks, this is just solid.
Yeah, well, then we've needed some graveyard hate for a while. We haven't really had it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see this.
And super healthy for custom internal if you care about that.
Yep.
Auspicial Sphinx. 3 blue for a 3/5 Flying Sphinx. When our special Sphinx enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So when it ETBs or hits a player, anticipate.
Nice.
I think it's pretty good.
Is this a control win con or a blue mid-range card?
Yes.
I mean, I haven't really seen much blue mid-range.
I think it's slow for control win con.
Slow for control, you say?
3 power. It gives the other deck a lot of time to find removal.
That's true.
It does dig for a counter spell, I guess, but
And it doesn't protect itself, unlike Aetherling
Yeah,
or something.
it's just a slow clock for a control win condition.
It cantrips and then keeps getting card advantage, and it's a flying beater.
Okay, so
with
we
high
compare
toughness.
this to the Green Titan, right? Like, yeah, as in, if you
I
compare
mean, yeah, it doesn't have as much card advantage as all that, but it also gets cards that are useful for control.
Yes, exactly. But as in, it deals
I
half
really
the amount
like
of
it as a
damage.
tool. I'm just not confident in it at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't
Understandable.
seem to quite have the power level, I would say. Yeah.
Yep. Change of plans. Blue, instant. You may choose new targets for target spell or ability. It is strictly better redirect, which is the same thing but can't target abilities.
Oh, yeah. Okay, strictly better redirect? Well, redirect's not usually like a constructed card. Let's play
Redirect
that.
has seen like no standard play.
Yes.
The only time I have personally seen it played in a constructed format was a legacy sideboard, but that's because of a specific meta.
Sure. Okay, well, let's move on then. We have Clone, this is a reprint, and it's not going to see play. Let's move on.
Mind control.
This is a reprint I will defend. Go ahead, Calvert.
Oh, mind control is also a reprint, and it's more likely to see play. Not super likely per se.
Mm-hmm.
Mind Control, I think, will see sideboard play in control decks.
Because it is a 2-for-1 inherently.
It is so good against mid-range.
I'll take that. The Hero of Blade Holds, I'll take that.
Well, the period of
Hardcore
Blade
is-
Hold, you're not very happy because your opponent has all the tokens.
No, you still took a 3/4 token engine from them and have your own.
Sure.
And the tokens can... Like, I think it is going to be a good... Like, if Control has trouble against mid-range, and especially blue ones have historically had trouble against mid-range, this will see sideboard play. I would bet money on that.
Sure.
Alright.
Mistweaver Monk. 1 in a blue, creature, human monk, prowess, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature you control gains hexproof until on 10. Civ is back, baby!
I think this is pretty good.
I think this is quite good. Yeah.
I'm going to lose to this so often.
Because if you blank even one shock or like removal spell or whatever, like you're very happy. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and that's not getting into being able to like bluff free attacks with prowess, being able to like it doesn't need to be attacking to give the hexproof. You can keep it defensive. It's a very flexible card, quite powerful. I don't think too powerful,
now, I will
but
say it does have an issue in the actual gameplay of it, in that if you're in a prowess deck, which is obviously the deck that you would want to play this in,
yes,
you want to play your spells so that you can deal damage with prowess. But this wants you to hold your spells back to grant hexproof. Neither is a bad mode, but the fact that this asks you the question is an issue.
Well, I don't think so. Like, if you know your opponent's archetype and you can tell what mana they have up, you can play around that.
Yeah, I don't think that's so much an issue as more of a skill tester, as in I think that's actually
Yeah.
deepening the gameplay.
Like, I
Um,
think it's finicky. It's not ideal, but I don't think it's actually comment on the power level. I think
No.
it's
No.
an option.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's finicky. It's
Yeah.
not like an actual problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know some people who will misplay this, but I like that some people will misplay it because
It means
tempo
you...
can die.
Okay, let's move on.
Speaking of tempo, Tigel, Fallen Lotus Master. 1 blue for a 2/3 legendary human monk. Prowess. And a single blue. Return him to and target non-creature spell with converted mana cost less than or equal to its power to their owner's hand. So he bounces spells with a smaller CMC,
So
CMC equal to or smaller than his power per single blue.
is this an issue that
think
the
this is-
is this an issue that the return is not part of the cost, as in that you can activate this multiple times? I mean, like, sure, normally there won't be
Rarely.
there won't be multiple spells to target the majority of the times, but it's just something worth noting.
Well,
It's not a significant issue.
I think this is good against control and maybe against tempo matchups, where that is more likely to occur.
I don't think this is a main board card, actually.
No, I think it's just a nice sideboard tool.
I don't think it's even like an amazing sideboard tool.
Well, I mean-
No, it's like a check if an archetype gets out of hand or a specific card.
Yeah.
And like it's a way to answer a certain type of strategy that goes a little too all in.
Yeah, I assume there's no like cast triggers or anything that we can abuse with this.
It's a non-creature, so it can't loop my Awakened Earth. No.
Sure. Okay, let's move on.
All right, Wave Crash Leviathan. Is this a reprint? 5 blue, 8/8 trample Leviathan. When it enters the battlefield, return all other creatures to their owner's hand.
This is not a reprint.
Animator.
Yeah.
It's a UTV, so Astrolabe.
That's true. It could be, a control thing, because it's just a board wipe that leaves you with an 8/8 trample.
Yeah, actually,
it's
this seems
not like
kind of
it-
great for, as
And your
in,
opponent draws a bunch of cards.
like, I don't know. On one hand, this seems like exactly what a lot of control decks want. On the other hand, it's both 8 mana and has no protection.
That's true.
So,
It does have an ETB though.
ETBs are equivalent to protection.
well, I mean, but as in, if you're relying on this to actually win you the game, it has no protection. Like,
If it's the only thing you're relying on, yes.
It's
As
also
part of a
green
suite,
ramp option.
yeah.
yeah,
As
like as
part of
in,
a
I don't,
suite of,
yeah, I don't think
of
this
win
goes.
cons, it's fine.
I don't think this goes in like a more pure control deck. I think this would go more in a ramp deck. Anyway,
All right.
Avaricious Demon. This is 2 black as flying. Whenever you draw a card, you lose 1 life. At the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card. And it's a 4/3. Woof! This is goddamn efficient.
Yeah, it's a Phyrexian
Okay.
arena on a demon.
You're
On
losing
a
2.
4/3 flyer.
You're
Yeah,
losing
so-
2 life a turn.
I know I said this in the last review, but this is mid-range's new Tarmivore.
What is it with people and black 4-drops?
Like, there aren't many flyers in the format. Like,
Yeah.
not many decks run flyers other than flyer.
Yeah, there's flyers and flash, and that's basically
Yep.
it.
And
Custom
great, no,
Standard right
and
now
there
is
used
kind
to
of like modern,
be Grave Dead.
where flying is almost unblockable.
That's not
I would
a card inherently. That's a problem with it in relation to the balance of the format.
no, yeah. I'm not saying the card. I'm saying this format. Flying is almost unblockable, just like in modern.
Yeah.
And I particularly think it's hilarious where now pain lands from Lorado hurt on both sides. But yeah, I think the card, it's not a May trigger, which I enjoy.
Yes.
And it's whenever you draw a card, not just with its own ability.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
this card seems kind of good. I will probably die to my own demon at one stage or another.
Oh, definitely. Like, this is a card I go, I want to draw cards against aggro, but I don't want to draw this one, so I'm going to set that up.
Okay, cool cards, powerful, but I'm not sure it's too powerful, but it's very format dependent. Anyway, Bal-Anak, Dreadlord. 4 black, legendary creature, demon, flying. 3 black, sacrifice another creature. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Morbid. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. And it's a 5/5. This is too slow.
Yeah, too slow. It's in the same place as the White Legend.
This is a command card. This is a real sweet.
Fine.
This being each opponent makes it a real sweet commander card, but it is not. Yeah,
Yep.
it is exactly that.
Yeah, just wait until Dr. Chillbrain does his own reviews, then we won't have to say something with a sweet EDH card, and these will only be like an
Half
hour.
an hour, yeah. All right.
Night count, one in the black.
Okay.
This
Go
is a knight. You can
One
tutor
in the
it up.
black creature, Vampire Knight. It's a 2/2, and it has sacrifice another creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn, or sacrifice another creature. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Wow. Okay, aristocrats
amazing.
just got such a huge boost of this.
Yeah. There's
So-
Wow.
like you still
You
run
know-
Chupacabra because you need 8 aristocrats, but
Do you know what Vampire Aristocrat needed? Do you know what Nantuko Husk needed? Indestructible and a lower CMC.
any
Well, the thing is Yeheni, because she can't
you just
pump
cut out.
us. Because Yeheni doesn't really pump herself, right? Sacrificing multiple creatures isn't great. Like,
Right.
but this has the thing of it can go indestructible to protect itself, but then also if you do manage to get 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures, you can just like swing lethal and have threat of activation, and it's
Definitely.
that is really good. This card is nice. Is
Yes,
it
it's
too good?
very good.
I don't know. We'll see.
So,
Time will tell.
yeah, I think I would not be surprised if it gets nerfed. I would not be surprised if it sees no play.
No, I think it will see play.
I'll make it
Just
see
because, Caliber loves playing aristocrats.
I'm not the only one either.
I meant for being good, not for being an aristocrat.
All right.
Okay, let's move on. Dark Revival, 2 black, sorcery. Put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
Hey,
This
remember
is
how the
strict.
boluses in
This
format?
is strictly better than Zombify, right?
Then Zomb-
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No. More color weight.
Okay,
but
more.
otherwise totally better.
Okay. This seems. This seems really good. This is better than I expect
This is basically the best that a standard reanimation spell can
Yeah,
do.
this is the best standard reanimation spell, right? Like,
So this makes me happy that Plea Bargain says target opponent, because Plea Bargain myself, discard Chandra, Dark Revival.
no. We're gonna have. I'm sure there'll be crazy discard outlets in this set somewhere. Like,
I mean, Gamble is already.
oh god, freaking
Like, there
Gamble.
could be a Reanimator combo deck with
Gamble's
this.
not a good discard outlet.
Yeah, no. You want.
It can be, like, more than you would think.
Sure.
Anyway, Dark Revival makes Reanimator basically a thing all by itself. This card.
I think Dark Revival was a perfectly fine card to test with and watch very carefully.
Yeah, I mean, like, the fact that you can also get from your opponent's graveyard, like, as in, why isn't it just from your grave? I mean, if it's just from your graveyard, it's already, like, better than Zombify, and Zombify is very good. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah. Well, that's
Beating
fine.
a dead horse.
Talking
we've
of dead
just read
things,
the horse. Deadbringer, 2 black for a 2/2. Creature zombie. Whenever non-zombie you control dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Other zombies you control get +1/+1. Too slow for anything?
Probably.
I
Unless
mean,
there's a real zombie tribal deck.
no, can't you
I
just do
guess
some sort of
aristocrats.
yeah, like if you're going like propagator slime into if you're like propagator slime into chupacabra into this, you sack slime 3 times, get free zombies,
That's fair.
and then you have free freeze, right? That's
So
because the zombies are free freeze and they don't come in tapped.
This is true.
designer note: the zombies are not spirits.
Yes,
For the sake
you're,
of your own Banshee and the White
Jesus.
Wolf.
Yeah, okay, so you just like
Yeah.
your own Banshee, your own Banshee propagating
And spirits are
slime.
not zombies.
Yeah, this makes free freeze. This isn't tutus.
Yes.
It makes free freeze, and if your opponent ever attacks, like you can swing in with your entire team, and if your opponent ever attacks you, you go sack half my team, block with a bunch of free freeze, and that's really hard to play against. But the thing, but then of course they can't block your chupacabra because like they make their chupacabra huge. Like this, I think in play this is actually just really good.
Create a tapped. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Well, as in, I think that would make it a little bit weaker if this ends up being too strong. But like a second ago, you guys were saying this is too slow, and I'm like, no, this card's great.
Double color weight, so it is hard to play in a greedy deck on curve.
Sure, but I think you're probably just playing black-green aristocrat. It's not full absen.
Sure. It does
I don't know.
fight against being played in that greedy absent deck.
Yes.
Death Plague.
Yep, Death Plague. Yep, 4 and a black.
So,
Enchantments has Morbid at the beginning of each end step. If a creature died this turn, each player sacrifices a creature. When there are no creatures on the battlefield, sacrifice Death Plague. Woof! Are we going full pox?
Yorona Banshee combo?
Oh god. No, because actually, there will be there will be a window where the Yorona Banshee won't exist, and this will die.
yeah.
That's true.
And that window is the opponent's turn because it says on the end on your
Yeah.
end step.
So, what I do like about this is curve Vayne into Death Plague.
Oof.
And, no, I think it's actually...
It's too slow. It's too slow, right?
Yeah, it's too slow. It's just a cool card.
Yes. It'll be fun for some people to play with, but it's not competitive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Reprints time. Memoricize.
So
3 and a
how do you
black.
feel about Memoirs? It's a reprint, right?
Yeah, it's a reprint.
It's a reprint, but not ubiquitous enough to not read out.
Yeah.
Sorcery.
Sorcery.
Name an online
Yeah,
card, search target player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library. So consulate conditioning doesn't hit hands,
yes.
but it does cantrip, and you don't have to pick the same card for the 4 with consulate
I think
conditioning.
this card, because some of the issues with, console conditioning has issues against decks that rely on a single card. You can't just, as in, basically, if your deck is super weak to one card in their deck, you can't just console conditioning it because they often have it in hand.
I agree that it's different than conditioning.
Yes.
The way my builds usually use conditioning, I look at their library, and I can often, between their library, graveyard, exile, figure out what's in their hand.
Sure.
Because I know most of the archetypes. I know what's in their hand and can play around the information I have there. And I don't even have to name the card, right? So I can pick just, if they're running 2 different win cons, but only 2 of each, I pick those 4. And I've done that many times.
Yep.
I think consulate conditioning is better for most decks at the moment against most things. I like them on more side though because conflict conditioning will rotate someday. And this is a good safety valve.
Well, and also, this is a good safety valve if there's like a specific problem card that is coming up that conflict conditioning can't always hit.
Yes.
So is banning.
One that you need to hit in hand.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to Burning Desire. I think this card's very powerful. 1 red enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile top card of your library until end turn. You may play that card. So people have been playing. Yeah, people have been playing Vance's Blasting Cannons just for the front side, like,
Really?
or at least
And
try
that's 4 mana, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's 4 mana, and it doesn't hit lands.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, and remember, Dragon, not Palace Siege, the other Siege, Outpost Siege, saw play, and that was 4 mana. This is 1 red, a bit harder to cast, but it's very powerful. This could make this could make red X control like a thing, like either red blue or red black, or like red.
Yeah, as long as it's not one of those decks that has a real possibility of milling out.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Like, because red decks get because red control decks get Incendiary Revel, so they always going to win the game if it goes that long.
Red control decks get a lot, yes.
Yeah, because you put remember the last mode of Incendiary Revel puts it on the bottom of your library, so you always win the game. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this card seems good. This card's real good. Anyway, let's move on.
Yes. Goblin Ragemonger. Red, 2/2 creature, Goblin Berserker, menace, haste, and must attack each combat if able. This is amazing in red aggro.
Woo, red aggro!
Like, I don't think just mono red. I think red X, as long as it's red based. Like,
Well, yeah, I didn't mean mono red.
oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, don't be scared by the double red.
Right.
It is like most every aggro deck I've seen, red white, red blue, red black, have all been red based.
Red green is sad.
Red green aggro doesn't exist. That's
Yep.
red green ramp. That's beside the point. This is just good. Any aggressive shell, you slot this in.
We
I
already run
really like it.
Morai Summoner, which is red, and usually worse than this.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't have the haste and like Morrow Summoner is very
it's strictly worse.
yeah. Morrow Summoner is different, but Morrow Summoner is rotating out anyway, so
Yes.
this is a good replacement.
I'm saying this is better than that, and we run
Yep.
that, which is red.
Yep.
So it's good. Let's move on.
Hellkite Patriarch, 4 red, creature, dragon, flying, trample, haste, reds, gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and it's a 5/5. There's a big fat dragon, but I don't think it's playable and constructed.
It's the most dragony dragon that ever dragoned,
Yes.
and
I,
it's
No, doesn't
like,
summon other
6
dragons.
for that art is a pretty good rate, but I don't think it's that good.
Kills lots of people in limited.
Ragefire Chieftain, 2 red, 4/5. Legendary creature, Minotaur Shaman. 2 red. Whenever target creature you control attacks this turn, it deals damage equals power to target creature or player.
Phew. Phew.
This is nerfed version, by the way.
I mean, yeah, this is probably too slow. It's a spicy effect, but it's probably too slow. I could build a
If
commander
there's
deck.
like a mono red mid range deck,
Yeah.
or I don't know, like a blackless
Okay,
red mid range
actually,
deck, this could be good in the side.
This is a
You know,
4
it
mana.
doesn't target itself,
This
so it
is
can
a
be
4 mana 4/5, guys.
Yeah, it is a 4 mana 4/5. Yep.
Which isn't great on its own, but it can, like, you untap with this guy and he's removal.
Yep.
He can target himself. I think it can find a home. I don't think it's likely, but
Yep.
it's a really nice tool to have.
Yep. Simon, would you like to move on to the next one?
Yeah, Massive Eruption. X red sorcery. Massive Eruption deals X damage to target creature, player, or planeswalker. If X is 8 or greater, Massive Eruption deals X damage to any number of target creatures, players, and or planeswalkers instead.
I love this card.
I think
I've talked about the virtues of green X ramp.
Yup, this
Yeah.
makes this
Nice.
wow.
I mean, 10 mana, you win the game is like decent, I guess.
Like, sometimes 10 mana with Fireball, you can't kill the opponent, but just sending their board to the Shadow Realm is pretty nice.
I
Yup,
don't think it can possibly see play anywhere other than a
green red ramp.
Green red
Campfire is back, baby.
I don't even think it's a good card. I just love it.
Timmy as hell.
Yup.
Ruben, do you want to do the next
Yep.
one?
Nexus Storm. 4 red enchantments. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player reveals the top card of his or her library. Each player who reveals the card of the highest converted mana cost may play the top card of his or her library without paying its mana cost. Oh god, it's Clash every turn. Why do you do this to me?
EDH.
Yeah, I mean, so you
Yeah.
have to play ramp EDH? Like, the thing is, in EDH, everyone else is playing bigger things. Gee.
It's just a, like,
Uh,
it's a core set rare. Whatever.
okay.
Alright.
Let's talk about another aggressive red creature. Orcish Hordechief. 2 in a red for 3/2 first strike. Morbid. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, Orcish Hordechief deals 2 damage to each player.
Oof.
So
It's a free 2 first strike. That's good.
there are a lot of good 3-drops in every red X aggro deck, but I think this replaces or is better than most of them. Like,
You think this is
the
better
one-
than...
it's better than the one from Tesla,
You think it's better than the black-red one? As
the
in,
haste one.
The Buffy one.
Yeah, I think it's better than the ones red-white one runs for sure.
The only one I run
So, Ruzio and Azuria?
is Rusio and Azuria.
No,
and some
like
spells.
like 2 in a red for the 3/3 haste creatures you control have haste and attack.
The propaganda
I-
artist. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Well-
better than Propaganda Artist. I think it's better than whatever Zeropath runs at 3 mana.
I don't know.
I think it's just good.
Oh, and
It does seem
yeah,
pretty good.
I think this
Also-
adds to the array of good red free drops, and I think that's fine.
Shout out to Death by Manga, who's trying to build Red Aristocrats. This is an art in that.
Let's just make
Alright.
5-color aristocrats and be done with it.
Ready for the next card?
Yeah.
Oof. Hungering Hydra. X green, green, green. For a 3/3. Hungering Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put 3 +1/+1 counters on. So
That's a pretty
This
big
isn't-
vanilla.
this isn't a green ramp card.
No,
It's
this is a mono green.
stomp card.
Yeah, this is a mono green stuff.
Mono green stompy deck. I have wanted them custom standard for a while. CC18 brings a lot of good pieces for it.
Well, because we
And
have
this
a
is
bunch
just
of like
through
green like bears with upside, right? If I remember.
We do. And I think this in particular, it's not that it's a good 3-drop. It's that it's a good 3+ drop.
It's a good ever drop. Or,
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like
The fact that, oh my god, if like,
breaking.
yeah, if you have like any follow up on turn 4 to like get a blocker out of the way, you just win the game a lot of the time. Like,
Like
have you
like,
played against Long Tusk Cub? Card's real good. This grows twice as fast. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's super fair, and I love it.
Yeah, it is a very high mana cost to try to use. Yeah, so it is fair. It's very powerful, and I love it. Okay.
Let's also appreciate the art with 3 heads in it.
Yes.
I didn't notice that.
Okay. Majestic Pride Beast. 5 green creature beast trample. Whenever it becomes targeted by a spell, create a free green beast creature token, and it's a 6/6.
That should be becomes the target of,
A
I
spell.
believe.
Yes. So
That's
Heroic,
correct us.
also hex-proof. It's heroic-proof.
Yep.
yeah, and I like that you can pump if you play a pump spell on it. It's like, yeah,
A pump
That's
spell?
cute.
No, I have shocked my own Majestic Pride Beast in Limited.
nice. I
It's
approve.
not a constructed card.
No,
but
this
it's
card
a
is not a
7 mana.
construct. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, let's move on.
All right.
Speaking of constructed cards, do you flea bargain? Obstinate Baloth is not a flea bargain.
Cheese, hide obstinate Baloth every time.
Yo.
All right.
You know your opponent runs Baloth, you just never take the card they don't reveal.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be
Alright.
significant.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's good for Stompy. Yeah.
Yep. True.
Yeah.
Good for Stompy. There you go. You did it.
Yeah, Stompy just mainboards at least 2 of these just as a beater the game's life.
Why not
Yeah.
4?
Speaking of
of Stompy.
Primal Insight, 4 green sorcery. Designer would like me to tell that Obstinate Baloth is a good safety valve against patches.
Yes.
True.
Sure.
Anyway, Primal Insight, 4 green sorcery. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. You gain life equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control. I don't think it's for standard, but it's a cool design for
Yep.
EDH.
Yay, EDH. Okay.
All right. Resplendent Growth, 2 green enchantment. Whenever you tap a land for a green, add an additional green to your mana pool.
So this
So this is a pretty
doubles.
good mono green ramp card.
There's already a card like this. I think it's from Dreamscape that has been run. But it's
Yes.
global and shitty.
No.
Shitty
It's
can
not
be
shitty
called
because it has a mana sink.
Okay, I guess, but
And also
I-
it does.
every
That-
time my opponent slams one of those down, I have 2 Claim of the Wastes in hand and cast them both.
Like I will note that like that card
This
that
doesn't
card
sound
has
like-
been nerfed, right? Like that card. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the current version. This is for a green-based ramp deck, also known as a ramp deck. This is just really nice and hot.
You can, like, I don't know if you play this in green X ramp so much, but
Well,
you
I mean,
definitely
you're
play it
de-
in
you're-
mono.
I think blue runs it. If that becomes a thing, I don't know if green-red would.
Well, isn't it that
Runs
you play
that
this
way.
in any deck that's using the 8/8, right?
Using what?
That's using the
we can
8/8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
mean, yeah, but ramp
Isn't-
doesn't necessarily need the 8/8 as much as I hate to admit that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on. Sylvan Ritualist, 1 in a green, 2/1, Elf Druid. With creatures you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. This
So
includes
it's it includes itself, yeah.
Whew.
It's Cryptolitherite, 1 at 2/1.
Yeah.
So it dies to more removal. 1 toughness means all removal.
Yep.
But
Yes.
it itself can ramp.
Yep.
Cryptolitherite saw like niche play.
Wasn't it part of a combo deck or something, or was it
Yes.
ramped into
It,
Uomo?
it saw niche play in I don't remember now, but yeah, it basically didn't see a humongous amount of play, but it was powerful enough to see play at one stage.
There aren't playable 1-drops in this format, but if there were, this turns your 1-drop into Emerging Paradise.
I mean, well, actually, wait, guys, we do still have Goat Tender.
Yeah, oh, that's true. We have Goat Tender.
That's true.
I was talking about Big White earlier. I don't remember why. But
Well,
point is,
and
I think-
remember that you can play like any color off this. You can also if we have cards that like if we have like any say 5-color cards or some or like crazy like shard cards or whatever, like this can
like just a super greedy ramp deck.
yeah.
I appreciate that this ramps itself, unlike Cryptolitherite, and does more removal, which raises the ceiling, lowers the floor. Which I think Cripplis right once, I think this format is more kind to ramp because it's mid-range here.
Yeah.
So I think this has a lot of potential.
Okay, so Zafara, I hope I'm saying that right. 5 green, legendary creature spider, has flash, reach, and whenever it blocks a creature, create 2 1/2 green spider creatures blocking that creature. Sacrifice another spider, you gain 4 life, and it's a 3/7. So another big green creature. Is it the way that it can stay?
Seems worse than the white one.
Yeah, is the way that it can stabilize you with life better than?
So
True.
even ramp decks like this, I don't want my 7-drop to stabilize.
Yeah, I guess
Unless if it's
the
also
issue
killed.
that I have with this is that it stabilizes you, but then it's a 3/7. Like it does never kill the player. Like you can never. It
Right.
only
And it
stabilizes
doesn't
you.
stabilize that well. It's only 3 blockers and some left game, which for
Well,
7 mana
okay,
isn't impressive.
so it's five. It's either 5 damage, so it's killing a 5 toughness creature at best, or you're like killing a 3 toughness creature and gaining 8 life. And 8 life is a lot of life.
Not for 7 mana.
Mhm.
Even with
No.
blockers.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think it's quite good enough.
Blood Drenched Return. 2 black-red, 3/1 zombie warrior with first strike. And Morbid. When it enters the battlefield, if a creature died this turn, put 2/+1 counters on it. Now, a 5/3 first strike is quite good. However, you can't guarantee that, and even then, I think you have better things to do at 4 mana.
I don't think there's... Okay, if this was just a vanilla 5/3 first strike, I don't think there would be a shelf for it. What would run mid-range? Like,
Yeah,
I don't even think mid-range wants just a vanilla 5/3 first strike.
right.
3 toughness is really susceptible. And this makes you work for it.
Yeah. No. I think this is very good in limited. I don't think it's good enough in constructed. Dragon Prodigy. 3 blue, red, flying, prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Dragon Prodigy deals damage to target creature you don't control equal to that spell's converted mana cost.
So, it's removal, but it asks you to cast another spell after it. So you
Yeah.
have to untap with it for it to do anything other than be a 4/4 flying.
It only hits creatures.
Yeah, but that's the
4/4 flying prowess for 5 isn't the worst. I mean, we
no,
will.
it's pretty efficient. It's just you have to untap with it
Yeah.
to do anything.
It's probably just
I
on.
want to like it. I
It's
just doubt
probably
there's a
just
shelf
yeah.
that
It's
can
just
support
not good enough. Yeah. This is another good addition for custom EDH.
it. And
Drew-
the Rad Unlimited.
Okay, Druid of the Pact. 4 green, white, creature, elf druid. When Druid of the Pact enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many tokens instead. So it actually creates 2 beasts. Sure. So it's 7 power and toughness over.
Yeah, it's 7/7
the 6
for
mana.
6 over 3 bodies. It's
Nah,
not that
nah,
good.
nah.
I still think it's a
Isn't it?
EDH card.
Yeah.
Mirkwood Ambush. 3 green, blue. Enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. I think this is a viable control win con because, like, it's a 3/3 when it enters, but then also it doesn't get removed by creature removal, and you just get more 3/3s.
This isn't quick draw. It says a spell, which includes instant.
Yep. And that's
But-
why I say it's a control win
But
con
it's
instead of
nowhere
flash.
near as cheap as Quick Draw, which, as in,
No.
No,
But it
but
comes with a
it's
bot.
okay, so it's a 3/3 for 5, but the effect doesn't die to removal. The
True.
actual the body dies to removal. The engine doesn't die to creature removal.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So basically, could we? I guess if you're like following it up with with like an instant speed Wrath or something, but it's in the wrong colors. Like,
Following it up
No,
with
no,
an
no.
instant feed Wrath is
I think
dumb.
there is a Sultai control deck, and claim a thing of theirs, make a beast.
You know what I kind of would have loved is if, if we still had premonition, you like combo off a bunch of premonition cards like the
That's
turn
true.
directly after, but it just doesn't work. I think this is a little too slow and clunky, right? Like I get it's the engine, but like it's not the free by itself isn't
So-
stabilizing you enough, and like the frees aren't big enough rewards to play really awkward colors.
Sure.
Hmm.
I don't agree, but I understand.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words here that can be confused for other words, so I'm going to read this carefully.
Okay.
100 strikes. 1 white blue for an instant. Tap each creature you don't control with power less than or equal to target creature you control's power. Creatures tapped this way don't untap during their controller's next untap step. So it freezes all creatures you don't control with power smaller than your biggest creature, essentially.
This seems really
Just how I
overcom.
am Civ Qatari.
I mean, isn't this just a
don't think it
really
does enough.
overcomplex?
Yeah.
Isn't this just like
don't think it
overcomplex, like sleep? Sorry. Oh, I guess it's instant speed,
Yeah.
right? Is it overcomplex, multicolors sleep? Yeah.
It wants to be a tempo card, but it's 3 mana total and relies on tempo having a creature. And tempo is trying to recover when it doesn't have a creature. So when it does have a creature, it's trying to close the game disrupt, which I don't think this does effectively.
Sure. This is
Alright.
this card's weird. I'm not sure I like it. Anyway,
Razorvine Abomination. Black green 2/2 plant horror. Green and black, remove X plus 1 counters from it. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. Morbid. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, put 2 +1 counters on Razorvine.
I think the
Abomination.
abilities need to be reversed.
Obligatory mention to aristocrats.
Yes.
Good for aristocrats. Aristocrats might be too stuffed. It's good in mid-range because it's just removal and a good creature.
So at one point, my mid-range lists have run Appleseed Ghoul. Appleseed Ghoul just didn't do enough on its own. This
Yeah.
isn't Appleseed Ghoul. It's a lot better.
Well, also you could do like, do we have many +1/+1 counters? Ways of giving it +1/+1 counters in other ways? Probably not.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because we're losing like the main one, which I think is like Yema's mandate. Oh, I guess you could play the green-white one, right? That puts 6 counters distributed, but that seems bad. That
Yeah,
seems
seems bad.
You know, Blessing was Dreamscape. Is it Tesla?
It's
no.
Tesla.
So yeah, the green-white one's in Tesla. Yema's mandate is in Dreamscape. Those were the 2 main +1/+1 counter granting ability. Jamara is in Dreamscape and is leaving. Anyway, yeah, okay, this card's just like real good on a lot of axes. Holy moly, this set really likes aristocrats, which kind of scares me because we've had aristocrats be really good in the past. So
I think like it's fair in mid range, but with the 2 mana aristocrat the set is printing, I'm a little
oh,
scared.
yeah, because it's each end step, so you can be like sacrifice a creature on my end step, on my turn, and sacrifice a creature on your turn, like propagating slime, right? And you're like, oh, I untap with my like turn 3 6/6, and just like blah, vomit. Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway.
Let's move to the next.
Ruthless Spy. This is 2 blue, black, creature, human rogue with menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and reveals his or her hand. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you draw a card, and it's a free. This
I
just
think
seems like a bunch of efficientness, right?
Yeah, it's
We haven't had
fairly efficient.
like
Just templating issue. I think it should reveal before discarding. I think that would just feel more natural.
well, I guess that would possibly feel weird because you're revealing but not choosing, like as in might cause confusion.
Understandable. Okay.
Sure. Anyway, like we haven't really had much blue-black mid-range. So this kind of lacks a shell, but as in it seems sweet.
Yeah,
Um,
I could see it doing stuff.
yeah, and also it works off any discard, so plea bargain away, right?
The next one's nice. Simon?
Yes. Titanic Crusher. 3 red, green for giant. When it enters the battlefield, it fights target creature you don't control. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. You see, I thought Flame Tongue Kavu should be a 6/6, and now it's 6/6.
This is the most. This is the most gruel card to ever gruel. Like,
So, I like this in obviously red green ramp, but I like it more in not more, but like just as much in mid range.
Yeah, it's great in mid-range because it's a beater that is also removal that scales with the game in both senses.
The only thing I dislike about it in some mid range lists is if they're running Lorado Land.
could we play like?
It isn't the biggest, but that's flexibility.
Yeah.
Are we suddenly doing red green control? Like, I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
I think it's just a ramp deck with options.
Sure. Okay, Triumphant Battle Seraph. It's 3 red, white. Creature angel has flying, vigilance, and haste, and battle cry, and it's a 3/3. It's a
It's a
whole bunch
lot of
of
words.
It's a whole
I
bunch
don't
of
think any
abilities.
red-white decks want this, but if a red-white deck wanted a 5-drop, this would be great for it, but they don't, so it's not.
Well, yeah, they want. Yeah. Yep.
All right, Twilight Champion, 1 white black, 2/2 Vampire Knight with first strike and lifelink, and whenever a creature dealt damage by Twilight Champion dies this turn, put a +1 counter on it.
Okay. So I guess
So
it
this
stops
isn't-
being chumped.
It's not good for aristocrats, but it is a good card. I think hate bearers and such decks like it.
Yeah.
I think it's good in hate bearers. I think it's good in junk, especially.
Yep, junk mid range. It's just a good, it defends, it attacks.
Yep. It definitely defends and it definitely attacks. It's real nice for.
And
Yeah, it's real nice to basically give the hate bears decks more play against aggro, because they could
other
sometimes
than,
suffer.
tyrannic brutality.
Yes, basically it was like tyrannic brutality or bust, and often you would take in like 16 damage, 14 damage kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Adaptive Automaton. 3 mana, artifact creature, construct. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. It is the chosen creature type, and other creatures you control get +1/+1. So, what type of tribal decks can we make in Custom Standard?
Humans, knights.
Yeah, there's plenty of humans. Yes, there's definitely actually a lot of humans, just because of art. Right?
Yeah.
Elementals probably isn't a thing. I don't
Satyrs
know.
is a thing in Eternal.
Eternal, yeah.
Can we do fopters or something? Birds or something? And probably
think-
not.
So, I don't think it's actually good. I think it's just too
definitely.
slow.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Yes.
But, like,
Yeah.
maybe plant. Just name plant. Next card I'm going to read out. Pithing Needle. A single generic for the best reprint. As Pithing Needle enters the battlefield, name a card. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they are mana abilities.
It's a good sideboard card. Anything more need to be said?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sideboard card. Need it. Yep. Cool.
Awesome safety valve.
What
Yep.
would you name against it in this?
Planeswalker.
No. I mean, as in, like, just say you had to play it in like the current rotation, like it was just Pithing Needle rotating in. What would you be?
Yama.
naming? But I mean, is it good against Yama because they still
Chandra.
get the 2/2? Chan.
They did a 2. It's just a 2/2. They're paying
Yeah.
4 mana for just a 2/2.
Sure.
It's true.
Um, I
feel like they've also
guess.
an activated ability with some momentum
Like,
relevance, but I can't remember.
Astrolabe.
Astrolabe, that's it.
Yes, yes. There you go. That's card play. Also, this stops the aristocrats deck.
Yeah.
No, but it's good.
Yeah. Well,
It can pick apart aristocrats.
Yes.
Even
Slows
if
down.
it's...
yes.
Yeah. It's not like... It doesn't shut it down. It just
Yeah.
disrupts it.
Okay.
There are
I
better
think
disruptions, but yes.
I don't think it's a 4 of, which I appreciate.
Yep.
I think it's just like a nice tool to have.
Yep.
Okay.
Rod of Seasons. 4 mana, artifact. 2 and a tap, pay 2 life. You may play an additional land this turn. 2 and a tap, discard a card. Put a 3/3 green beast. This should create. This is 2018. We create tokens. Come on. 2 and a tap, sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards. 2 and a tap, sacrifice a creature, gain 6 life.
Woo.
A neat card, but I don't think it's constructed playable.
No.
Would see playing EDH for.
Yep. Talking of EDH, Solemn Simulacrum.
Hey.
Just a reprint.
So, Solemn Simulacrum is not just EDH, it is good in midrange.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's good in modern.
Yep. But, like, for standard midrange, this allows you to get into your challengers, just
True.
your business 6 drops.
Yeah,
It allows you to mainboard one of them. Or
you
two.
can ignore that 5-drop slot, which has like 2 cards in it in the entire format.
Many midrange decks already do. And it's an
I know.
artifact for the sake of Fungal Hollow, which is nice. An Eternal,
That's true.
it's an artifact for the sake of Big Tarm.
Big Tub! Okay, Cursed Mana. Land, rare. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a blood counter on Cursed Mana. Tap, add 1 to your mana pool, or 4 Cursed Mana becomes a 4/4 gargoyle artifact creature with flying. It's still land, activates its ability only if it has 4 or more blood counters. This is weird that it's not morbid, right? Like
Until end of turn.
in a set.
It's until end of turn.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
weird that this is not
There's not
morbid.
enough room for morbid.
No, as in it should just say morbers whenever a creature dies.
Well, that would have to be
It's not morbid.
it would have to be like twice the number of counters.
Yeah.
It's only you control.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems weird. Or like, could it be like? I guess it doesn't.
Anyway, talking
yeah.
about the card, I
Sorry.
think it's good for not. Oh wait, Casual Lore would like to tell us that it's not until end of turn.
It says
Yes, it
until
does. It says
turn,
until
but
end of turn. I am highlighting until end of turn on the stream.
It is until end of turn, and he was telling us that it was
misread a comment of his.
end of turn.
Yep. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think it's good and not greedy aristocrats. I think it's good and not greedy midrange.
Yep.
I don't think it has legs elsewhere, and I think that's fine.
Aggro, or not aggro, like hate bears and stuff.
Sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could see in the hate bears.
Like tempo,
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
aggro.
So, anyway, is that last rare?
Yes.
I have a short list of
Uncommons and
commons to go through.
okay.
Lead the way.
A quarter paladin for 1
Yup.
and white. This is a reprint, but you get
Yep.
a 3/1 with battle cry. It's just good in
Solid
red
aggro.
white.
Yay! White can be aggressive again.
Graceful Cavalier.
Should not be on. Graceful Cavalier, 1 white for a 2/2 first strike. When it attacks, you may tap or untap target creature.
Versatile,
see this
useful.
Yeah, I could see this offering a lot of board control, which is good in aggro matchups because
Can also give
I would
itself
first strike
vigilance.
Vigilance.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the floor.
This card will be annoying. I don't think it'll ever be an all-star, but it'll be, yeah. The white
Millennium
free drop
Player.
is difficult with the Janata cards in.
Oh, definitely with Prairie Tromper.
Yeah.
You have enough room for at least 2.
Anyway, Immolating Glare.
Woo!
1 and white for an instant. Destroy target attacking creature. Oh yeah, we need
Finally,
another
some
one.
good fucking white removal.
No, there's good white removal, like the
Gift
target
of
player
Nohar.
sacks an attacking creature and gift.
Yeah, Gift of the Dohar is the only one. This is way better than Craft Special.
this is
although
the-
not
this-
against everything, obviously.
This is
Next.
Yep.
Seeker of the Way. 1 in white, 2/2
Yeah.
prowess.
Ooh,
Peace
wow.
Feather Crane's not worth mentioning, right?
It's not. Whenever
Okay.
you cast a non-creature spell, it gains lifelink until end of turn.
Seal of Judgment
Yeah, Seal
should
of Judgment
should
definitely
just
seems
be
worth mentioning.
just because like it is more expensive, but like it does stabilize you nicely, right?
Yeah.
It does gain 3 life, yeah. I don't think it's a control card. I think it's a mid-range card.
I think this
because
is actually
mid-range
more.
will be
I
running.
think it's a sideboard control card, right?
I don't know. I think mid-range, like, it's running pain lands very often. And it, like, cares about a small burst of life. Just incidental life gain. I think more than
Anyway,
control.
what's next?
We already went over Seeker of the Way. Fallen Lotus Preserver.
Yeah. Oh
It's
wow!
a 1/1 flying prowess for blue.
I guess I found my new
Yes.
flying cards.
So it
Ridiculous.
dies to more removal and doesn't than Swift Spear and doesn't have haste, but it does have evasion.
Well, I mean,
And
play this
with
in the
prowess,
Flyers
evasion
deck.
is really good.
Play this in the Flyers deck.
Flyer
Sure.
runs non-creatures. I think, like Civ Katari, this is a good one-drop for it.
Yep.
Oof.
As
Yup. This will be serious.
Master of Ancient Texts.
Yep.
More prowess.
1 in a blue for a 1/2 human monk prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell for the first time each turn, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card.
Worth testing. Not definite.
Eh,
Likely too slow.
I don't like it. Yeah. Okay, this is important. Repulse spell. 1 in a blue, instant. Counter target spell. Converted mana cost 2 or less.
So
Wait, is
that's
this-
similar to a spell
is
in
this strict-
Custard right now.
Wait. Isn't this...
Expel is 3 or less for blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Expel, the issue is getting the mana, right? Like, because blue...
It's certainly a part of it, but this has 2 or less is pretty narrow against non-aggro decks.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see what else.
I think the next one is Keeper, but if there's anything before Keeper, let's talk about it.
I mean...
Turn to Frog sees some sideboard play, doesn't it?
Nah. Keeper of
No?
Dark
Okay.
Secrets.
Yeah.
1 black, Death Touch for a 2/1. Morbid, when it enters the battlefield, if a creature dies this turn, draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. That's pretty spicy.
I like it a lot. For
We also get
Resurrection.
Murder. Like, Murder is definitely...
Oh, well, let's talk about Keeper though. Like, I think it's relevant for Aristocrats. I think it's relevant for midrange. It is just Sign and Blood on a 2/1 body if Morbid's online. 2/1 Death Touch body if Morbid's online. A lot of card advantage.
Yeah.
Anyway, literally Murder is so needed, especially with the Dreamer rotating.
Yes, because like there's lots of good removal, but a lot of the good removal is at sorcery speed. So we need
Or 4 mana.
Color.
yeah. So like
Yeah. So we don't have a core black removal.
yeah,
And Murder will fill that slot nicely.
indeed. Obviously, Sengir vampires are.
Oh, yeah, totally. No. Siphon Essence, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, black. Instant. It as an additional cost to Siphon Essence to pay X life. Target creature gets -X until end of turn.
I don't know if I want to play this in.
Boy, I will love if Control decks mainboard this as aggro when I'm playing black red aggro.
It gets around indestructible.
Yep.
Actually, that is very important for the aristocrat.
Yeah. For the Aristocrat, for if just a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is a good safety valve, but not worth mainboarding usually, which I appreciate.
Yes.
Caliber, I would like you to read this now.
What's the name of the next one?
Tireless Death.
Oh, Tireless Death. 1 and a black, 2/1 zombie warrior. It enters the battlefield tapped, and it has morbid. 2 and a black, return to the battlefield. Only if a creature died this turn.
I think
So
would
it can block.
aggro runs this, maybe?
Aggro could run it.
I mean,
It's-
aggro has Yorona Banshee.
It could be a sideboard card in aggro because it's not nearly as
Yorona
efficient as
Banshee.
Yorona Banshee.
You can
But-
run both. Like, I think it's good in aggro mirrors, especially since it can block, like Ruben said.
I think
Maybe.
it's actually better against control.
I
Just don't stop
Yeah.
coming and
Yeah.
stop coming.
I agree. It's really nice against control. Luckily, we get a safety valve within the set. But
Yeah.
let's talk about something a little less safe. Clear Flame Apprentice.
No.
Red.
Wait.
for 2/2
Shouldn't we
human.
be talking about Brutal Assault? Oh no, wait. Brutal Assault
I guess for
sorcery.
Quick Castle,
It's
sure.
For Civ,
it-
sure.
so Civ. Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal Assault, 2 and a red. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains double strike until end of turn.
Sorcery.
Yeah, sorcery. Target
yeah.
creature.
I originally read it
gains
as an instant and I was
target
afraid.
player.
I originally read it as an instant and I was afraid. But fortunately, no. It is a sorcery.
No, like
Still
at
good.
sorcery, I think it's a bad card.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's fine.
Inner Flame Apprentice. Red 2/2. Human monk prowess. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to target player.
Okay. So this is pretty comparable to the Moro Summoner, I suspect.
Yep. And it's about as good, I think, because the tokens rarely deal more than 1 damage.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm going to talk about Orcish Marauder real quick. 2 and a red, 2/2 haste, and battle cry. The reason I'm talking about it is Zerapath has been successfully running some 3-drop Celebrant. Thank you. And this is a version of that if Celebrant rotates. So it could be run potentially.
This is
well,
strictly better than Celebrant, because
Does Celebrant grant?
no, Celebrant. No, Celebrant gives itself a bonus. Oh no, it
Does it?
doesn't.
Okay.
No, this is exactly the same as
Yeah, it doesn't.
Celebrant's.
I
This
thought
is just
Celebrant
strictly better than
gave
Celebrant.
Trample. or
No,
something.
no.
It
The
might
Celebrant.
grant haste, but you don't need haste
The
rate.
turn this comes down, it is exactly the same as Celebrant. So yes, this is strictly better, as long as Orcish Marauder actually attacks. Right.
Yeah, I don't think it will be a staple. I think
No.
it's just
It'll be played.
yeah. Ruinbringer is interesting. 1 in a red for a 2/1. You pay red, sacrifice it, add red to your mana pool. So it's
rare.
Satyr Hedonist, but mono red.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the
That's
streams.
just a net 2 mana, which is
I mean,
not bad.
didn't we have the Spark guy that never saw any play? Spark Weaver Kieran? Oh, that was more expensive. That
Spark
was,
Weaver Kieran was a lot more expensive setup, wasn't it? Because it
Yeah.
cost 3 and gave you
added
5
5.
mana, right?
Yeah. And it was on a 1/1, not as
So-
good a body. Yeah.
Right. So this is a lot easier to use.
Ruben, would you like to read Awaken Flames?
Yes, this is. Oh god, I love it. 1 red sorcery. Awaken Flame deals 2 damage to each creature. Scry 1. Good god,
Red and Sorrow, but red.
Yeah.
I love
That's pretty nice.
What do I keep saying
it's-
about I would love a Pyroclasm? Yeah.
So currently we have in the format a version of Pyroclasm. It's 2 in a red. It deals 2 to each creature and player, and it has focus 3 red. I
Yes.
think this is not like this will replace that some of the times because you do not want to be dealing your damage yourself in control.
Yes.
Yep, it's all like double red hurts it a little bit, but not hurting yourself is
Yes.
really nice.
Yep.
And scrying is super nice.
Yep.
I think it's worth extra weight in most decks.
Yep.
Like the vast.
Now the focus, it's really just focus versus scry in that.
I don't think
I
focus
think the
is
scry is more relevant.
enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with how expensive it is.
Exactly. All right.
Acidic value, slime.
EDH cards.
2/2 Death Touch, ETB, destroy an artifact, enchantment land. It might see play in a weird mid-range or ramp list, but yeah, it's mostly an EDH reprint.
It's a
nice
good
one to have.
EDH reprint.
Alpha
Let's see.
could actually see play in Flash. It's unlikely, but it's possible.
So Understory Guardian is 2 and a green for a 2/2. That when it enters the battlefield, if a creature died this turn, return target.
There's
2 cards before Guardian.
Oh,
actually.
sorry. I thought you would.
Majesty,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
2 and a green instant. Search your library for a green creature card. Reveal it, put it in your hand.
Oh.
Shuffle.
Okay, so this okay, so
Nature's
this
Majesty.
Yeah, Nature's Majesty.
this green mono stompy deck is really coming together because you play this, you play the 4-drop that doubles all your green mana, and you play the 8-drop.
Yeah.
And you
Immediately,
can consistently tutor up the 8-drop, play the double mana, and then turn 5 make 24 trample power.
And Flash players, it is an instant.
Hey,
Oh my god, it's an instant. This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Stalking Spectre
Anyway.
is...
It's a 1 green, 2/3 spider with Flash, Death Touch, and Reach.
Okay.
Green murder, and it's a Flash creature, and it also is just a good creature.
What were
It's
we
getting
saying
a
about
aggro.
needing good free drops in green?
Yeah.
Yep, good green 3-drop. Like, it just tears so many things apart and is so much value.
Yes.
It's so flexible.
Yes.
Like,
and it's
this
not
is-
like OP because it's just a 2/3, but
Yeah, it's
it does
like
everything.
it's a green immolating glare that sometimes survives, or it can just be a 2/3. Like, it doesn't need to be immolating glare to be good. I think it's just a super fair 3-drop that the format wants.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk about Understory Guardian. This is morbid for a what's it called?
Eternal Witness.
Eternal Witness.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Eternal Witness, but it requires morbid. Yeah.
But it's less color weight and more toughness.
Yes.
Yep. I don't think it's actually good in most mid-range lists. I think it's more of an aristocrat's card to give it some extra reach.
Well, I mean, yeah. The thing.
Mid-range has trouble turning on morbid when they need to.
Or
Sure.
if we were just looking for reach, we could get Stalking Spider.
Okay. Yema's Companion is a green for a free 2 trample. Do we think that's good enough if we want to play mono green?
Stumpy.
Yeah.
So
Mono green Stumpy.
it's literally Garrick's Companion, but Yema shifted. So
Yes.
Wolf instead of Beast.
It's probably
And
not
Garrick's
good enough.
Companion, he's like, or saw modern play.
Oh, did
in
it?
Green Stompy.
Yeah.
Did it? Oh, wow.
Free two
Okay.
Trample for 2 is super efficient.
I think
Okay.
it still does, doesn't it?
Yes, but Stompy isn't a good deck
Oh,
anymore.
that's true. That's true.
Anyway, so this curves into Hydra quite nicely.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
This is
Or
what
it's Stalking Spider.
Yep. I think this will make Mono Green Stompy not necessarily real, but potentially real.
Yeah.
Like, there's such a good shell right now.
Emma
Definitely.
can't put a +1 counter on her companion Flavor Fail.
Anyway.
Arcane Discharge, did we want to talk about?
Yeah.
I want
This,
to talk about it.
this seems like
Okay, go
a
ahead.
real nice card for blue-red.
Simon, read it out.
Sorry, yeah, Simon, read it out.
1 blue red, Arcane Discharge, 1 blue red, instant. Arcane Discharge deals damage to target creature equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Draw a card. So this is Spite of Mogus, but it cantrips.
Woof!
And it's instant. Wasn't Spite of Mogus a sorcery?
Or also, Spider Mogus couldn't hit players.
No, they can this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
No, this isn't players. Luckily, it only- like, it's a cantripping murder for Spellslinger and
Yep.
maybe Tempo.
Yep. And for control,
Yeah. Blue-red X controller, just blue-red. I like it as just you only need this to deal 2 damage to be worth it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw
and
that.
you can
We
get that online by turn 4.
we saw that with goddamn. What was the card called? The shock with it cantripped.
Electrify the Soul.
Electrify the
2
Soul.
mana.
That card was so good.
Also absurd.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
But
This is
this
not.
will scale infinitely.
Yeah.
Until
Bounding
someone exits your graveyard.
Crassus potentially could see play in what's it called,
Flash.
like Flash
Yes.
deck, yeah, in the Flash deck, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Consume Horror? No.
Nah.
Oh, Cunning Nightblade.
Cunning Knight.
In the vein
Sure.
of the blue-black rare, it's Menace 2/3 for 1 blue-black, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. And it also has blue-black, discard a card, return it to its owner's hand.
Nice.
So
Protects itself.
those two together do very similar things. But this one
And
attacks
lots
discarding.
and lots of menace. I just worry this deck's just not going to quite have enough power. Like,
Oh,
spe-
sure. But it's
Yeah.
a possibility. These 2
Yeah.
cards alone are high value.
So
timeless judgments.
you know the card draw engine for Aristocrats at Mythic? There's one at Uncommon as well. Deathwreak Ritual. 2
Oh, yeah.
black green enchantment.
But
Morbid.
this
At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, you may draw a card. Conspiracy reprints.
Yep.
Boy.
Wasn't it reprinted from something else as well?
yeah, conspiracy.
Nope,
No, it's
originally
just
printed in Conspiracy.
Oh.
Because it was...
Sure.
They don't want that to in Innistrad.
Sure. Okay.
I think this is a little clunky and slow. I don't think you're playing
A
this.
little bit, but it's still lots
Because,
of
like,
value if
I
it
mean,
works.
we had this attached to a free one, right?
No,
Dreamscape.
that's a year end step, and 3/1s are very vulnerable.
3/1. And it's still, like, many players have considered.
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
I think each instep will mean
Yes.
that these play at least
A lot of the time, you want to be
1%
killing on your opponent's turn,
Yeah.
and you can just kill your opponent's creatures to set it off.
True.
I also like to point out this
Razorvine Abomination.
really well with the Razorvine Abomination.
Yep.
Yeah. You can kill things each turn efficiently.
Yeah. Now, you've not marked off this next card, but I would like to talk about it. It's Preserve Harmony, 3 green white, a sorcery that creates a spirit with flying, a 1/1 spirit with flying, a 2/2 knight with vigilance, and a 3/3 beast. That's a lot of tokens, 6 power, with a variety of abilities divided among 3 bodies. And, since
We've
we've
had
been
this
considering-
card before.
there's always the possibility of what?
This card was in Zendikar, wasn't it? Like,
No, it didn't have keywords.
it didn't have
keywords. It was more mana, I believe.
No, it was mono green. It was just mono green. It was free green.
Yeah. Oh, okay, my bad. But yeah, keywords are the relevant part here. How much do you value flying? How much do you value vigilance?
I mean, when it's a 1/1 flying,
on a 1/1, I value less than vigilance.
Yeah. Cone of Creatures, the mono green version was not good.
Yes.
yeah.
The vigilance, I think, matters. I think the fact that there's always a reasonable chance of a token deck emerging.
I think 5
makes
mana
me
is
think
not
that
what.
I wish any of these said lifelink, then I would like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is good. I think it's I think it's
don't
too
think
big,
it's
too
good.
slow.
I think it's you can't ignore it. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I think I can ignore it. Timeless Judgment.
So-
White, instant. Target player exiles a creature he or she controls.
Yes.
It's an
very
edict,
much.
but
Really
with
love this
exile.
as safety though against
Every part
Cracker.
of it. Mhm.
Yep.
Exile, I love Edict. I like black exile
Yes.
removal.
Not
I like
quite as
every
busted
part of this
as not quite as busted as when we had what was it, like Firstborn's Demise or whatever. But,
yeah, that's what it was.
But yeah, good shit. We'll play. Water Eaters Helix, good shit. We'll play. Reprint.
British Tart,
no.
probably not a standard card.
Not with Simulacrum in the format.
True.
Yeah, we have the Soul Stones.
Nope.
The Ruby Soul Stone does not allow you to. It's not any spell, right? It's not. Well, people brought in Dragon 2 for whatever against red decks.
It plays well and limited in EDH, and that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Tormund's Crypt.
Tormund's Crypt. Perfect
Woo!
reprint.
Yeah, boy.
Good grave hate. Double. No, this is 2 good grave hates in the set.
One of them is creature in white, though.
Yep.
Like Tormund's Crypt, all it does is grave hate.
Grave hate. And there's also just the cycle of all basic tap lands, which is good.
Yes. Is this all 10? Because
It looks like it.
we have
not
5.
counted.
Yeah. So because we have 5 in Tesla. Yeah. Okay. So
All
now
right, let's move on to marked com.
okay, let's go pretty quick because.
Yeah.
Just random common shoutouts.
Okay.
Erase, I'm really excited about as an option, as a safety valve. Same
Yep.
with Smelt.
Smelt.
Smelt. On the one CMC
Oh,
train.
raise the alarm seems like a card we should note.
Yep, raise the alarm is spicy. Dispel, really nice to have.
Yeah.
Attended night.
Anticipate.
Duress.
Yeah, cancel we don't care about. No.
I've already
Yes,
mentioned
dispel.
this, but Magma Spray. Magma Spray. 1 mana, exile a creature. I like it.
Serene Meditation. You've been looking for some life gain, right? It's white, so you can't use it, but...
Literally fog for
Okay, guys. Welcome turn.
Well, shut up.
Nah.
Shut up.
Anticipate. Aqueous form.
Okay, swarms.
Even Stormblade is just Windrake with flying.
You already said
I think-
dispel. Wait, Windrake with flying?
Duress.
Even Stormblade.
Windrake already has
Windrake
flying.
With a battle cry.
Okay.
He's confusing us.
Mnemonic Wall.
Soren's
More
first.
ADH, but
Soren's first is actually like pretty decent.
Soren's Thirst.
Blood Baron for when we run out of all of the...
Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we mentioned Brimstone Volley?
No, we haven't. Brimstone Volley is quite spicy.
3 mana Lava Axe? I'm down.
Nice. Fallen Aristocrat, which is a 1 black 1/1. Then when it dies, make a 2/2, just like that one in Amonkhet.
I would like to mention Elvish Visionary as a nice tool.
Yeah, Tormenting Voice as a tool.
I do love me some Elvish Visionary.
Let's see.
Go on.
Oh, I was about to say, Lightning Reload has seen minor play, so when that rotates, it's
Guys,
voice.
fog.
Yeah,
you guys can do the fog deck. Turbo Fog. Naturalize, plummets, lots of good sideboard things.
You already
here.
said Magma Spray, right?
Yes.
Yep, I said it at the top of the review. I said it in the comments. I can't say enough. No fucking Magma Spray.
And Terramorphic Expanse. Do we have Evolving Wilds in standards?
Yeah,
Yes,
we have
we do.
Evolving
Okay,
Wilds
okay.
multiple
I
times.
know because Drake plays it, and I always ask him why.
Cultivate again. There's Feral Bear for the Stompy deck, perhaps.
Maybe?
Because later in the
In
game
the
it's a
side.
3/3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I think that is.
Magma Spray and Timeless Judgment. I would like to note that neither of them turn on Morbid.
Okay.
It's true.
I think-
There's also Ranger's Guile is a sideboard card that sees play.
I think we should wrap it up.
Oh, yes.
There's only like a couple more. The Titanic Growth as well in Civ or whatever.
Sure, we've
conversation.
already got that, right?
Not in the format as it is. No,
I
thought we
said
had it.
everything I would like to say.
Okay. Well,
I
this
believe I
has
said everything as
been
well.
Custom Core 2018 by Casualar. This is in our set review for in relation to Custommagic Discord's custom standard formats. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.